Peace and blessings, everyone. My name is Tina Ison Pegram. You're on a podcast today with me and my guest, Mika, which the podcast name is Tina Said. Mika, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hey, everybody. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Mika, as she said. I'm from It Could Have Been Worse podcast. I also have my own t-shirt line called It Could Have Been Worse. And I also just launched a new t-shirt line called Healed, all based around all illnesses to help people to spread awareness and to help people overcome any illness or the loss of loved ones that they have experienced in their life. Some of you may have known me, some of you may have not, but I'm here to take y'all deeper into my personal life in regards to relationships.
Okay. So today we're going to talk about expectations in a relationship. So what are you looking for as far as expectations from your mate or your spouse?
That's a good question. So, my expectations, we all have expectations, right? But in other people, I just feel that sometimes we need to look at ourselves and see the expectations that we want to share with other people as well. Like, what do we expect within ourselves to offer to others? We tend to look for expectations with other people, and then expectations, I feel, comes when you're looking for expectations. The result is failure, right? You think if somebody is not living up to their expectations of your own needs, they are failures. I think we shouldn't look for expectations in others, because once we look for that, it's like we become disappointed when they're not living up to the expectations that we feel that they need to. But maybe it's the expectations that they may have known, or they only know. So for me, I look at expectations on what I can bring to the table for myself to make me happy, and live to my own expectations. That way I'm not feeling like I'm being, it's not, what's the word? I'm not being disappointed when they can't bring the expectation that I'm looking for.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with small expectations. Like,
Okay.
I expect a man to hold the door for me. I expect that. So when my son pulls off and he's dropping my daughter off, I expect him to wait for her to get into the house. So there's small expectations that leads up to big ones.
Yeah.
But if those small expectations aren't there, then you might have a problem with the bigger ones, right?
Yeah. So I would say for me it's hope. I hope that a male figure in my life would, exhibit, open up the door for you when you're walking into the car, walking with you, or even walking behind you for protection. I always believe that a man should, if not walking with you all the time, depending on circumstances, that they're behind you is, for me, is saying that they're protecting you from what's behind you because you can't see. Same thing with a woman, and people may not feel that this is, their thing. If a man is walking in front of me, because sometimes you can't always walk together, depending on what it may be. Sometimes I may look and see what's behind him. He can't see because he may be doing something. Let me walk behind him for a percent. Watch your back, boo. Somebody's coming or whatever. So, those are things that I expect. I expect that if I'm carrying something heavy, they automatically, I got this.
Right.
If I can't, afford a certain thing and I need it or I'm in need of it, they're there to help me. And I think we're going to do this together. It's not just a one-sided thing. I think it should be doing it together. 100. I don't believe in 50-50. I believe in us doing it together, and just being able to kind of be hand in hand on what's needed. Not the wants. The wants are wants, but I need you to be there for me emotionally. I need you to be there for me physically. Not when you feel like it, but when it's needed. When I need it right then and there. Just because you're there, I'm here for you. I do this for you, but are you doing it for me when I need it? And that's the key.
Well, yeah, you are absolutely right about that, but I think these are conversations that need to be had. Because sometimes I'm one, like, you should know better. I'm always saying a person should know. And people don't necessarily know unless we have these conversations. So if we're not talking about what's expected of you, it's just like, well, babe, I thought you knew. No, that box was heavy. Well, you didn't say it was heavy, but I'm a lady. If it was light, you should have offered to take it.
Right.
So, it's expectations go big, they go small. It's you know, it's general. We can unpack a lot.
Yeah, we can. I just see relationships a little different now. Being in, you know, being married and having a situation as well. I just feel that I stepped away from expectations of a significant other because it leads to disappointment for me. I've done it, and if you do it, I'm good. I'm like, wow. But if you don't, it's like, I'm expecting you to do this. And everybody is not raised in a way to know how to love a woman.
True.
Or a man to know how to treat a woman. To, you know, to have effective communication. We'll get to that topic a little later on down the line. To have effective communication when a woman is feeling down or hurt, and even a man. I'm saying this for both ends.
Right.
You know? Sometimes we tackle things in an anger state. So like we come across, oh, you're not doing this. Instead of saying, wait, next time when I'm carrying something heavy, do you mind picking that up for me? Or do you mind taking that? I know you don't open the door for me when when we go into the car. Do you mind? I would really like if you do this. You know, because everyone's not raised on a man, and everybody's not being a man, you know, and everybody's not raised on how to be a woman to a man.
You are absolutely right about that. So I definitely respect that.
Yeah. I'm learning, you know, I've learned a lot. You know, I did a lot as a woman, but I played a male role. And when you don't have that significant other who stepped up to the plate.
Explain playing a male role.
Playing a male role for me is everything that I felt a man should have stepped up to doing, I had to step up to do it. So, for example, putting together a dresser, you know, when I didn't have no idea how to do it. Putting down floor towels, you know, those are the things, you know. Picking up heavy objects, you know, so those are the things I had to do. So when someone has come into my life who kind of took over that, I didn't know how to
receive it.
I was doing, I got it. No, I got it, you know. Calm down.
So
Really? It didn't register with me. No, you don't. You ain't got it. This is all I'm used to. I don't need you to do this. And sometimes males, some have patience to understand you coming from because they understand, okay, you have communication, I understand where you're coming from. And some be like, I can't deal with that. Like, she's not letting me be this man that I am. I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that is not allowing me to be that man. You know? But it's hard to shift that when you've been doing it for so long. Because you think it's I don't use the word trick, but you think it's like, is this really happening? You know, you're scared to let your guard down, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so I'm very, and I wouldn't say needy. I just started getting hands-on because I have to. But yeah, no, it's certain things that I'm just not gonna do. And I was once like that because I had a kid when I was 18. I had my first child when I was 18, so I had to carry her and drag the laundry bags and stuff like that. But now, like they said, Shantae got a man. I'm like, what we doing? I mean, you gonna get this bag or what?
Right.
And so it is like you said, you touched on it, you was like, you have to learn how to talk to people and ask for things because some people may not know. A lot of people are not raised right. You know, so they don't think that they have to do certain things. But I'm, you know, I gotta let you know. I'm like, you know, I need help.
Yeah.
I need to know.
I think a lot of times too, there are even underlying conditions that just cause a lot of different, how can I say it? That cause a lot of questioning of why they don't do this and why they don't do that. We tend to blame and not really understand where some things may be coming from. Not to say it's okay, but we all, going both ways, have to learn to communicate where people are to get them to where they should be. And we don't do that because we're so impatient. And this is how it should be. And this is what he needs to be doing.
You talking to me now. But tell me how to do that effectively, or explain to the guests that might be going through that. What does that look like?
Well, for me, I'm very vocal, but I have a lot of anger in me. So when something triggers that, you're getting it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Where I had to say, well, I have trauma, and maybe that person does too.
Right.
And maybe it's a reason why they not giving me all right now. But when I'm giving you all and I feel that you're not giving it back, I'm looking like, okay, I'm already attacking you.
Okay.
See, we can't attack. We have to, sweetheart, let me talk to you for a minute. I noticed that when this happens, can you tell me a little bit more of why that's going on?
That's effective communicating.
Yeah, I have to learn that. Sometimes, and for me, it was hard for me. I was like, I'm not dealing with it. You know, I'm done. Why? And I feel like every time I feel this way, and I'm saying, but don't. I can express how I'm feeling and what you do, how it makes me feel, but it's a way to come to someone or to come across those things and speak about it like mature adults.
Yeah.
I wasn't mature. I still have a lot of growing to do. You know, I was still like, why, when it don't go my way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But maybe it's not meant to go your way right now. You know, maybe God is telling you, relax, be patient. I got either something better, or I'm working you through this because this is the better to get you both to where y'all need to be able to last for longevity.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning it. I'm not this perfect. Trust me. I could be difficult, very difficult, but I'm learning. Like, listen, if I keep going this route, I ain't gonna hit with nobody.
Myself, right?
Exactly. I know.
You want to be married or you want to be single? What do you want to be?
Never lonely. I'm never lonely. I love alone because it helps me understand who I am to get to that next level. And we don't always have to be married, but you want somebody to be able to grow. And they say grow old with, I say grow young with.
I hear you. And I get it and I understand. I mean, some people are married and single, going through, you know, it's a lot.
I lived that life.
It's a lot.
You know, I did everything by myself. And it's heartbreaking. Don't get me wrong. It's very emotional. You're going out. You know, even when you're with your boyfriend or whatever the case may be, you're going out and you're doing everything by yourself.
That's me.
And you're having couples, you know. You go to a party and your girlfriend got her boyfriend or her fiance or whatever, and you're by yourself. You know, it's.
I have a question. So so you said you was going through this when you was with someone?
Yeah.
So how does that happen? Are you not saying, babe, let's go out? Or he's like, I don't feel like it. Is he, or like my husband, an over-the-road truck driver, or he just doesn't want to be bothered, or you don't want to be bothered? Like, what's going on?
No, it was many a times where I would say, I'm going out to my sister's having an event, or my family members' Thanksgiving and Christmas, all those things, right? And it was always an excuse why we couldn't go. You know, they couldn't go or they wouldn't be there or whatever. It was like a forcing thing. And I said, I never, our minds play tricks on us, but it's so funny because I never thought to even think to say, oh, maybe he's seeing someone. I never even had that feeling. No, and it wasn't that. It never was that. Even my spirits never said that. It was, okay, as I got older, it was, the family dynamic for you. That was never that kind of family dynamic. See, I was raised family oriented. You can't expect everyone to be raised that way. But I didn't know no better. It's like, we're married and, we're doing this and that. What's up?
No, let me tell you, I'm going to share a story with you because it's funny that you said that because I think it was years ago. It was early on in my marriage and I wanted my husband to go somewhere and I thought just because, we going out, we married, this is what we're doing. And somebody was like, you can't expect that. Just because you're doing it don't mean that he want to do it. Right. You have to ask. And I used to be like, oh, can you give so and so a ride? And they're like, and I didn't ask. I'm like, well, you got to drop such and such off. And it's like, you never asked. You got to ask. I just can't assume that this is what he wants to do. He might have wanted to go home and do whatever, smoke. Or whatever it is that, his pastime, and I'm taking him out his way to drop Susie off when that's not, I never asked him. I just can't assume that he want to go.
Right.
Some people like my husband, he much rather watch TV or a movie.
And again, it's expectation.
Right.
But see, I can understand that, and I can also understand, I mean, the times that I had encounters like that, these are encounters that are like Christmas, Thanksgiving. I don't expect a man, my significant other or my husband or whatever, to go to parties. I like to party. That's my forte.
Right.
But I'm thinking family gathering.
Right.
That's my thing.
Right.
I was raised that way.
Right.
Family is once a year. You can choose, okay? Not Thanksgiving, they come for Christmas.
That's 2.
Not Christmas, come for New Year.
That's 3.
That's
4. You don't name
I'm not asking for everything.
Okay, you asking
I'm
for
just saying,
something.
choose it.
Right.
I'm giving you, can you get,
right.
I'm giving.
It's a give and take, yes.
Too. And it's not like, you better go here. Like, Christmas, are you coming? That's what I said. Are you coming? We going? No. So, yeah. To this day, I'm still by myself. On those. And I say by myself, meaning, of course I got my kids and my family and everything. That's a beautiful thing. But sometimes you want that in your life, because it does your heart good.
It does.
You does your heart right. And everybody, I don't want to hear. And ladies, please.
Stop saying I don't need no man. Because I need one.
Because I need one.
I need one.
That's for sure.
I need a man.
I need one. I need a man in my life. And would love to have a man in my life that, we grow together, we do things together, we travel together, we go out together, we looking sharp, stepping out together, we doing business together, we thriving in the world. Because, when you're doing things on your own, 2 incomes is better than 1, baby.
3
4 incomes.
3 is even better, right? So I get that, yeah.
So, you live a beautiful life and happy together, especially spiritually. I'm not talking about, money is great and wealth is good, but when you're wealthy in your spirit and when you're wealthy in your physical, emotional, spiritual, and of course financial well-being, you see a glow. You see life differently. You can even help. And when you're good, the world becomes greater. Because you can give back in a very positive way.
No, I agree.
I went to church today and I was telling you they talked about lust and love and it hit deep. I was also like, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? It's real. People go, oh no, he loved you because he did all these things for you. Yeah, but it's still lust when you're not connected. And either I don't believe everyone. I don't believe marriage is for everyone. I don't know. I fight with it. I'm never saying I fight with both. Is it or isn't it? If I go by the Bible, it says yes, marriage. We should be married before sex, and all that. So it becomes lust when you're not married, right? And you have people who've been in relationships for 15, 20 years or whatever, and they have kids, they live together, whatever. And learning this, and I don't know. This is just an opinion of something. They say that's lust because the love should become one because you're exchanging your spiritual well-being. You know what I'm saying? You're sharing that. So that's something sacred that we don't. When you take away the marriage, and when partners have when a partner has multiple partners, you're demonizing the spirit in yours too, because you're spiritually connected and you're sharing the chemicals of that in your body. Real. And people think it's a joke.
So tied.
Yeah. And I can't deal with that. And I won't. So
I don't blame you.
only because like if you want to do you, but you can't bring me that kind of spirit into my body because you act on that. You wonder why I'm thinking this way. I never thought like this. I never did this. Right? You wonder where the behaviors are coming from. And we think it is just us because we're emotional. We are emotional creatures. But you're bringing me somebody else's stuff. And whoever they slept with, you bringing me their behavior. And whoever they slept with, you bringing me all into my body.
You're absolutely right about that. I never really felt that. So, and I guess I'm glad about that because I don't know what it's like to like not sleep good at night because I'm like, oh, I wonder what he's doing or whatever, or just those feelings. And so I'm kind of glad that I don't. So I complain about a lot of things, but that's not one of my complaints. And I thank God for that because I don't know how I would behave, you know, if I thought, you know, my husband was doing something or whatever. So it's relationships are hard, but it takes work.
It takes work.
It takes work.
Marriage is hard. People don't want to work for it.
Right.
They're quick to give up. Oh, and you did this. And that's another thing. Blaming.
Yeah.
Not letting go to the past. You did something to somebody and then keep bringing it up. Well, you did. Well, yeah. And I hate that you don't want to go, oh, but you did this too.
Yeah, because it's
sometimes
like,
you gotta,
like tit for tat.
You gotta pull on that coattail like, you're not perfect either.
Right.
You just didn't get caught.
Well, you know what they say, when you keep bringing up the past, it's like you're resuming a dead body. Let it die. It's over. It's over. The body's it's dead.
That's your guilt and what you're doing too, because you keep bringing up, you know, that's what people who are narcissists, they tend to kind of do things like that. So you have to learn different mental diagnoses, I guess, or behaviors with people because it's coming from something. People don't do things just because.
And then sometimes things is childhood traumas, triggers, you know, things come from all over, yeah.
Let me tell you something. When the baby is born, your brain, there's dots that connect the brain to each different thing. Emotional support, physical, all these things, spiritual, love, all that. When you notice it, if you're in a relationship, and I'm talking about not even just intimate relationships, I'm talking about your friends, you know, regular friends like you and things like that, and you notice you hug somebody, or they'll say, I love you. And you go, I'm tired of telling him or her I love him, and they don't say it back, right? Or I give her a hug, but her hugs are not, you don't feel the embracing, right? You don't feel the spirit of your, this is a real
good hug. Yeah, it's a good hug. I'm a hugger, so yeah.
It's not them. You know what it's from? When they were born, they never got that hug and that love from their parents. So you can never get that back. That's why it's important when the baby is born. What do they do? Put the baby where?
To the heart.
On the mother. But why don't you to the father? This is why parents.
Why don't do it to the
Let me tell you why. This is why mothers are so close. Some children are so close and connected. We already connected for 9 months.
Yeah.
They already know us here. They don't know the father there. And fathers don't tend to rub on the mother's stomach, talk to. Not every father, but I'm just saying, it's a very low percentage. Talk to
the baby when it's in a woman.
Read to them too, right? So when you think about that, when the baby comes out, we're doing the same thing as we're raising them. And they stand, and they're only thinking, oh, I'm going to provide however which way they think is important, which is not that important. Money is important, but we need to talk to them, raise them, you know, be part of them. Take them to school, push the stroller too. Put them on your chest, put them on your back, go take them to the park, all those things. Now, it's important for the mother, for the child to be placed on the father too. And once that connection happens, the brain already knows that I'm connecting the same way as I connect my mother to my father.
That's good to know.
The brain, it loses that. So after you turn 2, after the second year, that brain development for love is gone. It never comes back. It never develops back. It never. I can't reteach you love because you missed it in your childhood. And this is why so many things are happening with love, and people don't know how to love, and people are so vindictive and why they like this and why they like that.
Makes sense.
So if you don't tell me you love me, I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm like, no. Cause that's what I love, my family. I love you.
You came from love, yeah.
I love
That makes
you.
sense.
I love you. Especially today,
Right.
you going tomorrow. I can say, yo, I just told him I love him. I feel good. At least I was able to
Like,
say
right. She knew I
You know
loved
what
her,
I'm
or he
saying?
knew I loved, yeah, so I get that, yeah.
that. I love you. I love y'all. So, I love myself. I got to love myself more because I lost that. I was one, I did everything for me. And then sometimes you fall in love or you love somebody so deeply, and you know, you don't get it back or you got it back because, you know, everything started going crazy, but you don't feel the same, you know, you just don't understand what's going on. So you gotta take yourself back and kind of regroup. And if they gonna rock with you, they gonna rock with you. If they don't,
Not.
you're not. What's meant to be will be.
This is very true.
You ain't gotta even work hard for it.
So true.
Anything else?
So that was expectations, roles and responsibilities. And
Pretty much fall into the same expectations. You know, I don't think Jay-Z and Beyonce, and I like what they say. I know people don't agree sometimes with their whole lifestyle or whatever, but one thing I do take with me is there's no roles. We do it together.
we do it together, but I'm a role and responsibility person. I'm not taking out the garbage if you're here. I'm not.
No, but
I'm a woman.
that's what I'm saying. We do it
Take that
together.
garbage
We
out.
both have
I'm not
roles.
walking with you to the garbage can.
No.
Now I'm gonna cook. I'll clean. Certain
But
things is for a
we
man to
share
do.
the roles and
Yeah,
responsibilities.
yeah.
That's what I mean. I'm saying we share them. I'm not saying there's not any. We share them.
Okay.
Women, I feel like this. Not men, but most society. I'm
Okay.
saying, feel that a woman should be always in the kitchen cooking. That's what society made us to believe. A woman should be the one who takes the kids to school and feed them and you know, take care of the infant and push the stroller and put them on, you know, on the carrier
Right.
and all that. No, we're gonna share this together.
No, you're absolutely right
So
about
there's
that.
no specific role and there's no specific responsibility. All the responsibilities I have, you have
Yeah,
too.
it's shared responsibility. No, you are absolutely right. I agree with shared
Now,
responsibility.
the manly stuff that you can't do, that's a given. You should already, that's
Like I know women that mow lawns and change tires. I'm not doing all of that. I'm not.
But and that's okay.
I don't think I know how.
Right.
But I mean,
But that's
if I didn't have a man, then yes. But because I
Right.
have one, no, you want to do something.
No, I agree to a certain extent. I mean, it depends. If you love to do it, or
And that's
it
another
depends
thing,
on
right?
certain
Because the
things.
man might be the better
Sometimes
cook.
the man can't.
Then the
Right.
woman might not be
Sometimes
able to cook.
you
Right.
cooking today because the shrimp scampi that you make at the bomb.
Right.
I'm mowing lawn today.
Or I'm a, while you
share, you exchange the word.
No, you're absolutely right. And I tell the kids in my house and my husband too. When I move, you move. If I'm cooking, you clean it. If you clean it, I'm cooking. Like I mean, come
Exactly.
on. Don't just sit there. Cause then I start banging doors, slamming pots. Now I'm mad cause I'm resentful because you don't want to do anything. Yeah, slamming.
That's the
all of
bad
that. That's right.
And
I'm doing all of that.
I hear every black woman now. But yeah, you know, it's true. It's like the baby wakes up in the morning of the day. We're the ones that are always getting up to feed the child. But let's switch. You got Mondays, I got Tuesdays. You got Wednesdays, or whatever. However it works.
Let's make an agenda.
To make you both
Right.
Right, to balance. It's about a balance. And we don't have that. Us women, we want everything. A man should because he a man. And he should, but really, I feel it shouldn't be like that.
Well, you said 100, right?
Yeah.
It's a give and take. Yeah, it's a give and take.
It's a happy life, baby.
That's true.
So, yeah.
Well, we're gonna wrap this one up. My name is Tina Ison Pegram.
And I'm Mika from It Could Have Been Worse podcast. It could have been worse t-shirts. Could have been a warrior. However you want to put it. But yes, thank you for having me. I appreciate you so much.
Well, thank you for coming.
Anytime.
I love you.
I love you more.